I love Ridin Durty radio. Like that, once again,
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Radio Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast. We bring you what's real, raw, what's next, and now in hip-hop and R&B. That's right, we give you what's next right now in hip-hop and R&B. We're bridging the gap between hip-hop and everyday life, man. What's up for my favorite superhero in the world, my man Black Man, a.k.a. Chris Fraley, on the check-in. One time for all my Facebook Live people. Man, you know what? I love you guys. Y'all be checking in faster than I be checking in on Facebook Live, man. So I love you guys. Y'all can be doing anything else in the world but you hanging out with your boy Vic XL. And for that, I appreciate you. I love you. All right. Now, before we get this show started, I just got to say one time for my man Bryce Harper of the Washington Nationals, if you're a baseball fan. He just won the All-Star Home Run Derby, and he won that thing at home. So one time for Bryce Harper, definitely doing his thing. Only 3 other players in the history of Major League Baseball has won the Home Run Derby at home, and it was Ryne Sandberg, and I cannot remember the other one, and Bryce Harper. So one time for Bryce Harper, definitely doing his thing. And it was an honor as a father to see his father throwing the pitches to him. And, hey, man, one time for Bryce Harper. I'm not a Washington Nationals fan, but it always feels good when I see fathers and sons definitely doing their thing. So again, one time for Bryce Harper winning the Home Run Derby in front of his home crowd. All right, today is July the 16th. Monday, July the 16th. And I got to say happy birthday. First, I got to say happy birthday to Daryl Chill Mitchell, actor, formerly of the group Groove Be Chill. He turns 53 years old today. Got to say happy birthday to filmmaker Warrington Hudlin. Y'all might know him from the movie House Party, which he did with his brother Reginald. He turns 66 years old today. Got to say happy birthday to WWE and mixed martial art competitor, my man Bobby Lashley, turns 42 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday to former NFL great, one of the greatest running backs I ever had a chance to watch play. My man Barry Sanders turns 50 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday to world music star WizKid. He turns 28 years old today. Also gotta say happy birthday to indie rapper Kevin Abstract. He turns 22 years old today. And I'm checking out my Facebook friends and family list. I got to say happy birthday to my man Bainbridge. He definitely, I'm not even going to tell y'all how old Bridge is, but Bridge has definitely been doing this thing for a while. On the production side, on the MC side. And, man, I just got to wish him a happy birthday. That's a really, really good dude there. Father, worker, producer, MC, just all around good dude. So, got to say happy birthday to him. So, if you know anybody that had a birthday today and I didn't get to wish them a happy birthday, you can always hit me up and say, hey, Vic, man, holla at my folks. Or if you want to hear your birthday on the Ridin Durty Show, you know, just hit me up and I'll definitely get that thing on. All right? All right. Now, you know the Ridin Durty Show is always brought to you by the good people over at Dr. Juice Cleanse. Dr. Juice Cleanse is a all-natural cleanser. An all-natural cleanser that does all kind of amazing, great things for your body, like slow down the aging process, like help you lose up to 25 pounds in just 10 days, removes mucus and toxins from your body. It helps provide balanced pH. This product does so many good things for you. I could spend this entire 30-minute show letting you know about it. But if I do that, then I won't get a chance to let you talk to some of the great guests we have. So what I want you to do is go check out drjuicecleanse.com, find out more about this great product, and start drinking it today. And you can feel healthier, and you can feel better, and That's what, and it'll help you live long. All right? And when you check out drjuiceclears.com, let them know Vic XL and the Ridin Durty Show sent you, and they will give you a great, great discount. All right, little celebrity news real quick. Man, y'all know boxer Adrian Bronner. It seems like everywhere he goes, he's getting in trouble. And it seems like he just can't even win fights like he used to. And this man was a promising, very promising fighter a few years back. Well, you know what? It seemed like he took another L. But this time, last night, he took an L in a Houston strip club by rapper, artist Boston George. Rumor has it, Boston George drug his ass from one corner to the next corner in a Houston strip club. I can't confirm or deny, so it's alleged until I get more information. But only thing I can say is, Adrian Bronner, please, please go to the gym and live in the gym and stop getting in trouble, man. Stop getting in trouble and get back to where you need to be in that ring, dog. Please, please, please. All right, one time my man 2 Chainz, 2 Chainz had the legendary Pink Trap House for his last album. It was a great marketing and promotion tool. Well, you know what? It appears that the legendary Pink Trap House is going to be demolished. So if you're in the city of Atlanta and you didn't have a chance to take a picture with it, you better do it before it's too late, because they're going to be demolishing that thing really, 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 really soon. So get your picture with the Pink Trap House before it's gone, because it's a hip-hop landmark at this point in time. All right? Seems like Cardi B and Offset have been turning down offers, turning down money to make their baby's public debut. Seems like a lot of shows want them to bring the baby on the shows. A lot of people's trying to buy photos. Well, Cardi B and Offset are rejecting all offers at this point. Man, Gasface, my dude, Corrupt, legendary rapper Corrupt of the Dog Pound. Well, he has a wife. Her name is Gail Gotti. She's now has incurable cancer, and in the midst of her having cancer, it seems like her and Corrupt are going through a custody battle. So, Corrupt, help that lady's last days be better. Whatever y'all fighting about, it can't be worth it. All right? Cancer is a very, 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 very horrible disease. Just let her life be at ease, man. Whatever y'all arguing about, it ain't worth it. One time, my man Kodak Black, it seems like he is still locked up, but his good behavior has earned him an early release. All right? One time, Kodak Black. One time, everybody in the hip-hop news. And y'all always remember, man, if you got some news and you want me to report it, you got a birthday you want me to report it, definitely hit me up on any of my social media sites, whether it's Twitter or Instagram. And that's at Ridin Durty Radio, RIDINDURTYRADIO. Or you can hit me at the Ridin Durty page on Facebook, or you can hit me on my personal Facebook page, Vic XL Walker, or you can just shoot me an email, bigvicxl@gmail.com, and let me know you got some news or some birthdays, and I'll definitely get it on. All right, one time again for our sponsor, Dr. Juice Cleanse. We gave you news, we gave you birthdays, and now it's time to give y'all what I enjoy giving you guys most, and that's giving you great guests, giving you the movers and shakers of our community. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the night is no different than any other night. So I'd like to welcome you guys. Welcome to the show, Miss Jen Holland, extraordinary singer. How you doing, ma'am?
Hi, how are you?
I'm a little bit out of breath, but I'm doing great. How about you?
That was a great opening. So
you know what? It's like it's because the show is only 30 minutes, and I have so much I try to cram in. It's like running a marathon. I often feel winded once I bring my guests on.
I hear you. I used to do radio spots for 1600 AM radio here in Manhattan. And I used to read the spot, and they would be like, "Oh no, you got to read it way faster." And I'm like, "How are people going to hear the ads?" They're like, "Hey, well, you ain't got no time." So I learned how to speed read the ads,
Yeah, it's
so I have a little. I understand. Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a job. So look, let's get into the Jen Holland story. You already mentioned Manhattan, so let the world know where Miss Jen Holland is from and what made you want to get into the entertainment business.
Jen Holland is from, born and raised in New York City, Manhattan. Well, I was born in Brooklyn, actually, and then my mom moved to Manhattan when I was about 2 years old. So I'm a Manhattan girl. Grew up on the, Lower East Side. Grew up in a great, musical surrounding. Went to music school at a young age. I went to regular school from 9 to 5, and from 9 to 3, and then from 3 to 9 p.m., went to music school about 4 days a week. So I think for me, I got into the music and, I guess the industry at a young age. But to me, it wasn't always my everything. I dabbled in a whole bunch of different things. I also, got into advertising and things like that and marketing. But my love for music I always had to, even if I took a break, I had to come back because I'd be miserable without it. But, I grew up on the scene, did the club scene, had a lot of great opportunities that I'm humble and very thankful for.
All right. What was it like being a young girl growing up on New York's Lower East Side?
What was it like? It's just, there's so many different cultures, all mixed up here. And I got to experience, the Daisy Age. I got to experience more freedom of speech than I feel like, that are in a lot of places. I got to experience all different types of music, hip hop, R&B, rock, everything. And growing up on the Strip, on what you call the Bowery, where CBGB's is, I got to experience, even the rock scene, live shows at CBGB's. I got to experience, Central Park hip hop shows. New York is, there's so much diversity that I got to experience all of that in music as well. So I'm very grateful for that as well. But growing up on the Lower East Side was, it went through its changes, as you know, like the movie or the show Rent, growing up and hanging out in that area, downtown, the Village. It'll never be like that now. It'll never be like that again. It's kind of indescribable. But just freedom and, being able to be as artistically crazy or, look crazy as you want and just express yourself, in a more broader sense than a lot of other places. I guess I could say that.
All right. What was it like going to performing arts school? Like, I've always, seen a lot of performing arts school. Yeah. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is Fame, and I was like, God, I wish I could go to that school. What's it like going to performing arts?
Well, that's so funny you say that because that's exactly why I went there. Because, I'd seen the movie, and then they had the show come on. Remember the series that came on, the Fame series? Mm-hmm. And I said to myself exactly what you just said. I said, I have to go there. Like, I couldn't imagine not going there. That's how crazy it was. So when I was in elementary school and in junior high school, I was, in musical theater. I was in music already, doing things here and there. So by the time I was in junior high school, I was caught up in the music department there. And I told my music director, I said, I have to go there. There's no matter what. So get me ready to go there, And instead of, it's so funny because everybody was doing Whitney. I remember everybody was, for the audition, everybody was singing Whitney. And I was like, I want to do something different. So I actually sang a song, Sunrise, Sunset, from the, from Fiddler on the Roof. Okay. And I did it, with my little style. And I literally blew them away, So I said the same thing. So, I tried out, I got in, and it was amazing. You know, I walked in as a freshman at Performing Arts. I walked in there, you know, nervous. It wasn't, you know, I wasn't with a lot of my other friends that went on to regular high school. But I just met so many wonderful people, and I just felt like I'm in a place where I could just, you know, be here at school, and I'm working on my craft, and it was such a good feeling. You know, I can't stress it enough. And guess who was in my homeroom class?
Who was in your homeroom class?
Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans was in my homeroom class.
Whoa. What was it like being in homeroom with Marlon? Was he funny then?
Oh my God. Well, it's funny, you know, when he started coming out, you know, the movies and the show and everything, I told my friend one day we were watching, and I said, you know, it's so funny that he's not even acting. That's really him. And, you know, a lot of people, you watch a comedian or you watch someone, you're like, oh, he's putting that on. He really is not putting that on. Like, he's really like that, you know. He was hilarious, you know. He was the class clown. He was the school clown, you know, and not in a bad way at all. You know, he was just hilarious. You know, you'd walk down the hallway and see him voguing down the hallway, or, you know, beatboxing, or like he was just full of life, you know, as he is now, you know. But it was, you know, it's just funny because I always think back to those days, and it's like, you know, we were all just there, you know, we were just starting off, and, you know, freshman in high school, and yeah, he was in my freshman homeroom.
Right.
And so that was fun, you know. There was a lot of interesting people I went to school with there, yeah.
Are there any other notable people that you remember being at the school at the time you were there?
Yes, Carl Payne, who I guess he was Cockroach in the Cosby Show.
Old Cockroach.
Yep. And he was allowed to leave school for like weeks at a time to film the show, you know. He was like filming the show while he was in school. So you'd see him and then he'd be out, you know. Trying to think who else. I mean, those are the main two I really, really remember.
Okay.
And you know, and Marlon was in my class. He was actually in my class, but yeah. So it was it was interesting, you know. And I'd love to see. I actually love to see that. You know, I see Marlon Wayans, and I see that him and his little crew. Those are the same few kids that he was hanging out in school. I can't remember all of their names. But, you know, that they're still friends and stuff, which is awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Like, he kept his crew with him. That's dope. That's really, really dope. So,
oh, definitely. Yeah.
So, you're in performing arts school. At what point did you realize, number one, that you have a gift, and number two, that you start to take this serious, and you know that this can answer all your dreams and prayers?
Well, I don't know if I ever thought about it like that. You know, I think that came over time. You know, I think what I felt was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. I didn't really see it as, you know, anything bigger than, you know, what anyone else thinks what they're supposed to do, kind of just going through the motions. So I don't think I had that until later on in life. And then I wanted it. You know what I mean? When I got a little older, then I started the yearning that, you know, I wanted, like, but, you know, so I'm in school, you know, I got a dance show. Every step for me and everything that happens, you know, in my career, I'm humble and I'm grateful. And then I move on to the next thing. So, you know, after high school, it was pretty much like, you know, just take all the context and all the things that I learned and my training and move on to the next step, you know? And every opportunity, I never really had a huge plan as to, you know, what I am, what I want to do, you know, like the huge goal. I just always know that, you know, I'm going to take everything I learned from each level and go to the next level, you know? And just keep working it out. So,
all right.
Yeah. You know, that was that.
All right, so you're part of a band. You've done work in the hip hop field. You do recordings. Like, what is the favorite aspect of yours in music? Do you like the studio life better? Do you like being on stage with the live band better? Or do you like working with hip hop acts better? Like, what's your favorite elements of the performance scene?
Well, I like to do it all, but my favorite element is definitely live. It's definitely live. Whether, you know, it's even live bands. I've even taken, you know, an album that I've worked on, you know, with Big Deal, producer Big Deal. I've even taken that album, and we did some live shows where I had this band. I hired a band at this time. It wasn't my band. Like, I just hired a band to learn the album, and I did the album live. So I love recording too. Don't get me wrong, because why I love recording is because, you know, I learned harmony and theory and all that stuff in school. So I enjoy being able to sing my own harmonies and layer everything out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I like the studio, because I can actually complete a song to exactly the way I hear it, with the harmonies and with all the ad libs and all that stuff. That's why I like the studio. But there's nothing like live. I love just the energy and just how I feel, you know, singing those songs live is something that it's actually something that artists have to work on and have to craft, being able to take that same energy that you have naturally when you're on a live stage and put that over into the booth. And to me, that's an ongoing mission for me. You know, I never feel like it's as much energy in the booth as it is on live, but, you know, that's also a challenge, and, you know, it's a good challenge if you can get that down. You know, that's why when I hear a record and I hear that energy, I'm like, whoa, how did they amp themselves up like that in that little booth? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's a live stage for me. It's just energy, you know? It's energy. Love it.
All right. Now, tell me a little bit about, because you do all of this, but you also, in your career, was invited to perform with a metal band. Like, how did that come about, and how did that transcend from your traditional R&B or the type of music you're normally making?
Well, it's just me, you know. I was asked to sing. They heard some other projects that I had worked on, which were more blues, but kind of blues rock. And they asked me, you know, would you be interested in, you know, heading up this band? It's, you know, it's a little different, a little harder than what you're used to. And I went to hear them play, and I think I lost my hearing that day for good. I think I lost my hearing years ago with my first band, but I think that I lost my hearing that day. But I took it on as a challenge. I didn't feel like I transferred in, you know, the transformation. I don't feel like it was a transformation. I feel like it was just something I wanted to take on, and that's kind of how I am. You know, I want to conquer everything. I felt like there's no way that I'm not going to try to do this. And yeah, so I had to learn like about 50 songs for that band. And it was a challenge because a lot of those songs, I didn't know them. You know, normally when I'm singing with a band, I either write the songs or I'm familiar with the songs and I just go over them, you know, and get the lyrics down. But this time, you know, these were a lot of songs that they had already written, and, you know, songs that cover songs that I wasn't familiar with. And then I actually had to take another part of my voice, you know, not the sultry part of my voice, and I had to, you know, scream a lot of this out. So I saw it as a challenge. I didn't really feel like I transformed into, you know, heavy metal. I just feel like I love heavy metal. I love all music, but, you know, I'm a fan of rock, so I just felt like it was just another thing to conquer, you know?
All right. So the name of that group was Festivus 2014, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that you toured, and that led you to forming your own band. What was the name of your band, and how long did you tour with Festivus 2014?
About 2 years. About 2 years. Festivus, yeah, about 2 years. And so my band that I formed, it's called Cross Yourself Twice. And yeah, we're rocking. We are rocking. Very, very excited about this project and the band and where I'm at with them. We have a lot of good songs. You know, not to toot our own horn, but we got a lot of good songs that we've written, and we're currently, you know, just trying to get out there. We got some festivals coming up next year. So right now we're just playing local, working on the album, getting on the scene with our new material. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself because, you know, especially because I'm writing. I'm a writer, so it's just, you know, it's just my natural thing to want to control the writing. Not to sound like that, but you know, I co-write with the guitar player, but I definitely, you know, I like to write. I like to do the songs, so.
Okay.
All
right, so let's talk.
So we're doing our thing right now. Yeah, I'm very happy with the band.
All right, so you also have your very first solo project, Magnetic Circles. Tell me. First of all, that's a very unique name. Tell me about the name, the title of the album, and tell me a little bit about the project.
Sure. Magnetic Circles. I don't know if I have a long explanation about the title. I'm all about circles and infinity and things. Just everything in life to me is a vicious cycle or a good cycle, whatever you want to call it. So I'm very into, you know, the symbolicness of circles and magnetics. So it's all kind of energy. Not really too deep. It wasn't like a real deep thing as far as it kind of just sounded good to me, but it does explain, again, who I am, you know. Definitely the cycles. I'm into the cycles and energy. The project is a mix of, I want to say it's like an R&B, you know, with a drum and bass type of feel, and yeah, it's just another side of me. A lot of the songs, I wrote all the songs. A lot of the songs I feel are very much me, you know, and I'm very excited about that.
90 seconds.
Where, you know, a lot of things I worked on, you know, prior, you know, through the years, I felt was just me, like I said, conquering something, you know, like, oh, I could do this, I'm gonna do this, you know. This person wants me to do this. Oh, let me sing on this record. Let me do, you know. But I feel like this is very me, and I'm very excited about, you know, presenting me, and kind of waiting a long time.
60 seconds.
Same thing with the band. So I feel like the two projects I have out right now is me, you know, and it feels new. It feels like I just started because, like I said, all the other years of doing all the other things. You know, I don't feel like that I had a real chance to get me out there, you know? So, yeah, I'm very excited. I feel like a lot of the tracks are different, and I feel like they're catchy. I'm hoping for a good response. I've gotten a couple of good responses so far, so I'm hoping that continues. And, yeah, I have a lot of great people on the album. I got Track, who is he's an drum and bass artist.
10
rapper,
seconds.
MC, he's on there. He's on one of the songs. I got Black Jesus. He's on he must be on 2 songs. He's on Quickie and I think and I can't remember. No, I have it in front of me. Who else is on the album? Thanks. But yeah, so it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good. You got the rap element in there, as well as R&B, little futuristic stuff going on, drum and bass.
Okay.
And yep, it'll be available in a lot of places. We're just starting off now. It's up on Venmo right now, but it'll be out. We're gonna do another video. I have a video out for Quickie, which we're gonna have to re-put back up, and we're getting all my marketing together. But yeah, I'm really excited about it being me.
Right.
A good reflection of who I am. Yeah.
Right. How do you feel about the state of R&B today? Because you did mention you do have elements of hip hop and rap on your forthcoming project. Well, now it seems like 90% of the new rappers today sing. Even if they can't sing, it's like they sing. And when you see pictures of R&B artists, you think that they look like rappers. So how do you feel about the state of R&B today?
Well, it started irritating me when rappers started singing, because I was like, you're taking away all of my gigs, number one. Singers used to come in and sing on a rapper's album, sing on a rapper's song, on a rap song. And when the rappers started singing, I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. How are you singing that? How are you singing the hook? I'm supposed to be going in there singing the hook.
Right.
So that kind of, that was the beginning of, oh man, they're going to be singing their own hooks, they gave up on the singers. So that's the first thing. And then we got into the whole era of auto-tuning, which I've been told by a lot of younger people, teenagers, when I complain about it, that it's just what it is. You can't dislike it because it's it's what the sound is right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I guess to me as a singer, and a love, and not just me as a singer, but my love for other singers, and hearing vocals, and the fact that I know it's so hard work to be a singer, it's a little disturbing to me that it not that you can't ever have it, the auto-tuning, but it's on everything. It's almost like there is no more singing. Like, if I hear a song, it has that over it always now. You know what I mean? I don't sing every single song, but for the most part, you know what I mean? But it's just, like I said, I've been told that it's the sound right now. So if that's what the people, if that's what people want to hear or are accustomed to hearing, you know what I mean? And that's what they're buying and that's what they want to hear, then okay. But
when in Rome, I guess it's when in Rome, do as the Romans.
I kind of feel like that. I do feel like that. I myself do not use it. So, if that's going to be the difference between, people embracing my music or not, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use auto-tuning. I'm not saying I'm not going to ever use effects, because, I have some effects on my vocals, but it's never going to be where it's masked and where I sound like a robot. Because for that, I don't know, I'm just not into that. I'm not into it. But I don't diss anyone that uses this song. There's songs that I feel are catchy that I won't dislike them because they have no auto-tuning on the vocals. But, in your question, you asked me, how do I feel about it? And that is just one thing that kind of, it irks me a little bit. It just irks me.
That's definitely understandable. So we're about out of time, and it's been a pleasure talking to you.
You too.
How important has the internet been to your career at this point? Because like now we have stars made overnight via the internet. How important has the internet been to your career?
Well, I mean, right now, I'm trying to build up to the point where, I have someone working on it right now. I didn't take it so seriously. I actually got off the internet for a while, and I living my life, doing stuff, not being on the internet. I realized it's just very important. I know how important it is. So it hasn't been my maker or breaker, but I know, it is a big thing in the world today. So, yeah, I mean, I've been told by a lot of people, people who are gonna help us do, tour and things like that, that it's just it's the key right now, and it's an adjustment. It's definitely an adjustment because times change very fast. You have to kind of stay with the times. So, I'll be building up online. You'll be seeing me building up online, day by day.
All right. So, look.
Yeah, that's the only way to get it. Mm-hmm.
We're about to get into your record, I'm Not Coming Home Tonight. But before we do, I want you to let the people to know how to find the project when it drops completely everywhere. How to find it, how to find you on social media or the internet, SoundCloud. Anyways, people can find Jen Holland. Let them know, and then I got a couple questions about this record before we get it on.
Absolutely. Okay. For starters, on Instagram, that's where I'll be posting, like if I have a show or when the record, where it goes. The directions will be on Instagram. So I'll post, if you follow me on Instagram, I will be posting clips from my live shows. I'll be posting where to get the songs for the album. I'll be posting, all that good stuff. So my videos, when my video's completed, where to go ship the video. So for right now, it's Jen Holland, like the country, Jen Holland Singer. And that's me on Instagram. So you can follow me there. If anyone has any inquiries or wants, interested in the project, interested in whatever, and they want to email me, I'm at jenhollandnyc@yahoo.com. I think I'm Jen Holland on Facebook. I don't know. Look me up at Jen Holland on Facebook. Jen Holland NYC maybe on Facebook. Yeah, I think it's Jen Holland NYC on Facebook as well. And we'll be building up from there. I have a YouTube channel up for Cross Yourself Twice. You can check out some clips from our recent show. And, for booking, like I said, just hit me up on the Yahoo. That's about it for right now.
Okay. And this record, I'm Not Coming Home. Tell me a little bit about it. And is it something that you just felt in your spirit and wrote, or is it based on real life experiences?
It's definitely real life experience. I guess I was in a relationship where he just wanted to argue all the time. I'm not an arguing person. I'm really not, I'm easy breezy. I'm really easy breezy. Don't like to argue and all that stuff, and I'm a real peaceful person. So this is the ex-boyfriend who, he just always wanted to just get it in. So with me, I wrote that song like, okay, guess what? I'm not coming home tonight. You argue with yourself. That's what this is about. You argue with yourself.
So is that person still in your life?
Is that person still in my life? No. He's not in my life.
Does he know you made a song based on y'all's situation? And if so, how did he feel when he heard it?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I don't know. I'm not even sure. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not even sure what he thought. I'm not even sure what he thought. I know that he didn't like it. It's okay. That's a good question. That is a really good question. You're the question god.
That's funny. Is it hard for you to date?
Is it hard for me to date? Oh, that's another good question. Yes.
Why?
It is. It's so funny. I work with a lot of men in the industry, whether it's the band or whatever, in the studio. And I got two things going on. I'm a professional, and I want to be taken seriously. So I'm not a flirt, and I'm very like businesslike and kind of hard to figure out, you know, as far as like stepping to me, like, you know, if she's even like kind of interested, because I always try to be, you know, when I'm working, I'm stone cold, and I'm, you know, I want to be taken. I've always wanted to be taken seriously, and I have. So I feel like I've mastered that. But in mastering that, I also feel like I have blocks. So it's hard, you know. It is hard. It's you know, it's hard. It's hard to kind of do both. And then dating someone I'm not in the industry with is also hard because they don't understand certain things. Like I dated guys that they don't understand that I got to go do a show, or I got to go stay out late and do something. You know, like it's not 9 to 5. So it's tricky. It is tricky. It's definitely tricky. So I mean, that's why people don't get. That's why a lot of people date each other within their industry, whatever it is. You know, music. You know, people who work late overnight shifts in the hospital. They all date each other because when you in that sort of lifestyle, that's not like, you know, the 9 to 5 or whatever. You have to have someone who's understanding of that. You know.
Hey, that's
so yeah, it's a little difficult. Yeah.
You know, I never ever thought about it like that, but you're right. You know, my wife, I actually met my wife at work, and we actually work together. We don't work directly together, but we work together, and it's probably been somewhat of the saving grace because I do so much and she does so much. Like, you have to definitely understand what's going on.
Yeah, you do. It's too hard. It's too hard. You know, like I tell you, that guy I was dating, he came to one of my shows for the first time, and like after the show, he was never the same. It was so weird, and I was just like, I think I asked him like one day, I was like, what's wrong? Like, what's been going on? Like, why are you seeing like, I don't know, weird? And he's just like, I didn't really realize, you know, like what you did. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, what's the big deal? But you know, to someone else who is not doing that day to day, like, I get it, you know? Yeah. And for a female, it's different. Like, you know, like I work with so many guys, and with guys, it's so easy because all the girls just, you know, love themselves an artist, a rapper, or a musician, you know? But for a female, it's harder. It's definitely harder because you got insecurities, you know? Yeah, you got insecurities that to me are silly, but I get it.
All right, do me one big favor. We got to close the show out.
Yes.
Introduce the record.
Sure. Sorry, introduce the record?
Yes, ma'am. Introduce it to the world.
This is Not Coming Home, Jen Holland. Check it out. Ridin Durty.
All right, and make sure you go home. All right, I'm just joking.
I ain't going home tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Representing that Lower East Side, New York.
Talk Radio.